All right, Brian David Marshall Sutcliffe here. We are about to watch 7-2 Alexander Hayne as he drafts Born of the Gods, Theros. Alexander's a little up against it here, and he really needs something to happen in this draft so he can make a run at, yet another top 8. So you see Oracle of Bones.
This is a crazy camera angle.
Yeah. Spiteful Return.
Yep, he's got a Shrike Harpy.
Do you like Shrike Harpy?
I love Shrike Harpy. That's the card I would take out of this pack myself. I think that Spiteful Return gets a nod here too. I think Archetype of Aggression is something you could consider. I don't like Oracle a lot though. Yeah, those are the cards I'd look at too. And he's going to go with Spiteful.
Yeah.
Nice. Interesting pick there. Yeah.
Going a little more aggressive.
Yeah. I think that's a fine pickup. I mean, it leads you in a certain direction. That's why I kind of like Shrike Harpy a little better. Is it's kind of good in multiple archetypes.
A lot of players like the black-white heroic or bestow deck,
or just value deck.
Yeah. Speaking of value,
whoa! Wow!
Fenix, God of Deception, second pick.
Unbelievable.
There's also a Fanatic of Xenagos, a Kragma Butcher.
Man, I bet you wish he has that.
Oh no, and the Fenix is still there.
Yeah, it is.
And there's nope, still Fenix.
What just happened here? Like we did a questions thing, and
despite
we'll be
what
showing
just
that
happened,
today.
Fenix is nothing to sneeze at.
Yes, he is not. And but I had multiple top level pros tell me that they thought that Phoenix was the best card in Born of the Gods for limited. Period.
Well, yeah, because you're gonna get it in the first 1 or 2 picks.
1 or 2 picks.
And you're gonna be able to just commit the rest of your draft. To toughness.
That's right. And this unfortunately for Alex, his first pick doesn't lend itself to this plan too well, but still it's perfectly fine. Hey, there's Marshmist Titan.
Yeah.
It's a card you've had your eye on as a potential riser.
I mean, I would never pick it this early. One of the things I like about Marshmist Titan is that, if you're black and you're gonna be, you're gonna be a heavy black drafter, that you can look at this pack and go, okay, I'll take this other card.
In this case, Adunos River Trawler.
Yeah, and know that the Marshmist Titan is gonna come back.
Yeah, I love that. I love picking up a Trawler there too. Trawler is so sweet because you can just ignore the activated ability on it and it's still fine.
Right.
And then if you get to activate it, it's even better.
There's a Sudden Storm.
Immediately pulled to the front there by
Servant
Alex.
of Timurat?
It is. It is indeed.
Seems good in this deck.
It does. Both of these do. Sudden Storm, generally speaking, is better if you're trying to be a little more aggressive and trying to, assert your attacks a little more.
I like the Servant here.
Yeah, and Servant certainly fits well, but I think a lot of people consider Sudden Storm still underrated even after the Pro Tour, where it was hailed pretty nicely and had some nice did well in the draft rounds. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, Siren of the Sound Song. That's a great card with.
That's just a great card.
Yeah, it's just a great card.
Yeah,
that's
and he's in blue-black, so hallelujah. So Siren of the Silent Song, fantastic pickup here. Of course, it doesn't have a lot of toughness, but who cares?
Yeah.
That card is sweet.
2/1 flyer for 3 with just a very good ability.
Right. And the thing that you'll notice almost immediately about the ability is how it warps the game state when somebody plays it, because they just get really nervous about that card. They'll just lightning strike it, Yeah,
it's like those like poppers, like these little paper wrapped things with a little bit of gunpowder in them, and you throw on the ground. That's what it's like when that card's out. You just snap. All right, what do we have?
A bunch
here?
of black cards at the back.
Another Spiteful Return. Wow.
Interesting. What else does he have there? Oh, nothing much as far as black goes.
Yeah, nothing that's going to really play ideally into that Fenix.
That's right. In Alex's pulled Spiteful Return to the front, he seems pretty happy to have picked that up here. Again, it's not the best card to go with Phoenix, but it's fine still. It's still a bestow creature for a reasonable price. And it can still put pressure on your opponent in kind of a unique way.
Hey, weird question. Have you, in playing Limited, bestowed anything onto a god?
No.
I haven't.
No, I have definitely not. I wish.
Way to the Underworld. Sphinx's Disciple maybe a little more interesting here. Just
Potentially.
Because you have the ability to just tap it for Fennex.
Yes.
Takes a Necrobite.
Yeah, so the thing is, Alex's top priority has to be staying alive.
Yeah.
Basically, there's a deck here that you can build around Phoenix. It's quite strong. There's a Marshmist Titan there.
Yeah.
And that works really, really well with Phoenix. 4/5.
Yeah.
A fantastic blocker. It usually costs about 5 mana.
Sure.
You know, sometimes 6, sometimes 4.
Yeah. But, I mean, if you lead off with, like, Tormented Hero, play a Spiteful Return.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can curve into it pretty nicely. What does he pick up here? There's a Sphinx's Disciple and a Grizzly transformation.
I like the Grizzly transformation.
Yeah.
Nope. Now it's time for Sphinx's Disciple.
Yeah, I think having one of those in your pile is fine. It's not necessarily guaranteed. So we're going to review the pack here.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we only looked at the first 9 picks. That was what came back to him out of his opening pack.
Okay.
Or maybe a little further. We probably went a little further.
I'm in love. Like, I'm just smitten right now with this deck. And look, I mean, I'm not saying it's perfection, right? It looks like he got the Forsaken Drifters back. Oh, he picked up a Flood Tide
Serpent.
That's a nice pickup for the deck. Really good. A couple of Claim of Erebos, which don't look like they're going to come into play here. Forsaken Drifters. Maybe, maybe not. Now, you might not think of Drifters as a very good defensive card, but it does have 4 power, and it can block a lot of things bigger than it. What does he pick up here?
All right, so here's his pack.
Attention players.
There's a Mnemonic Wall, a Blood Toll Harpy.
Yuck. What a disastrous
Ordeal of
pack.
Porphyros, a Phalanx Leader. Do you consider just defensively drafting something here, or can you not
I
afford
don't
to waste
think
the
so.
pick?
No, I think I just take Blood Toll Harpy here because I want something to be able to block, a Chorus of the Tides or whatever. But, this pack is just pure misery. I mean, Mnemonic Wall has to be a consideration.
You know that's coming back.
It's coming back, though, yeah. So he just doesn't need to pick it up here. But there's not even something good to pick up to Mnemonic Wall back.
Yeah.
You know, like Viper's Kiss doesn't get taken back.
Blood Toll Harpy. Blood Toll Harpy here. Boros player, have fun deciding between Ordeal and Phalanx Leader.
Yeah, and here's the thing about Blood Toll Harpy is, remember, let's just take Phoenix out of the conversation, right? Sometimes you just play Blood Toll Harpy and throw Spiteful Return on it and kill your opponent.
Wow, there's a lot of cards for him here in this. Normally not excited about Returned Centaur,
right?
But boy, is it good in this deck.
It is. It's very good.
Triton
it
Tactics also
duty.
Super amazing in this deck.
Absolutely. Great defensive card for his deck, and it also pumps up the toughness a lot.
Well,
so
and he also gets to go at the end of your turn, mill some creatures Phoenix, and then do it again.
It's just a pure combo piece in every way, and again, it's just a good defensive card anyway.
Yeah, he knows that Return Centaur. He put the Return Centaur in the back. He's like, I'll take this one later.
Yeah. He put that on layaway.
Yeah.
He hid it in the different section of the department store so he can come back and get it later.
I'll go hide this in auto parts.
Ooh, Voyage's End.
Late Voyage's End, yeah.
These packs are a little thin for him.
Thin on black cards.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's super excited to get the Voyage's End here. That's a massive pickup for him. But looking forward down the line, we're talking about perhaps another Mnemonic Wall or a Fate Foretold or something along those lines.
Yeah, well, there is another Mnemonic Wall in there. Or you get the Mnemonic Wall, Voyages. By the way, have you Mnemonic Wall Faded Infatuation yet?
No. No, I haven't done that yet.
Really? Oh, it's exciting.
That is awesome.
Disciple of Phoenix, pretty nice.
Yeah, if the card says Phoenix on it, you got to figure it's going to work well with actual Phoenix, and in this case, that's absolutely the case.
Yeah, I was making 3 walls a turn.
That is unbelievable.
Start doing it during your upkeep so you can scry and set up your draw for the turn.
Oh, wow. Draw another wall.
If only.
Yeah.
It might have been a Spellheart Chimera deck. Read the Bones.
There's another Return Centaur there, too.
I also like Prescient Chimera.
Yes. Oh, that's not a Return Centaur. It's a rescue from the underworld.
Which is fine if you know you're also getting that return centaur back.
What do you like here? This is actually a tough pick. I mean, Read the Bones is a card he's very interested in, but Prescient Chimera does a lot of work too.
I think you got to take. He doesn't have a lot of. We haven't seen a lot of low curve stuff. I think you just really want to draw and dig. Dig to your cards there.
Yeah.
Wow,
Ooh.
another disciple. Oh, a shipwreck singer.
Man.
I mean, he can't feel like he's not getting paid off here, and a Horizon Scholar.
Yeah, he's getting paid off in a huge way. It just feels like. Look, he took the Phoenix signal and he ran with it, and he's being fully rewarded for it here. So,
and Shipwreck Singer's great. It gives him something early to do.
Yeah,
that card's great late in the game as well.
And it works really well with the whole Phoenix strategy because you have all these high toughness creatures that you can make them crash. Are you kidding me? A Grip Tide this late? Fantastic.
Is it Alexander Hayne's birthday?
I think this draft just knows that he's in Canada.
Yeah.
You just don't mess with Alexander Hayne when you're in Canada and at a GP. Man, he's got to be happy with this pile. He's got to be approaching enough playables for a pretty solid deck already. More good stuff for him here. A Lash of the Whip. Look, it's not in that top-tier premium removal, but it's a card you're going to play.
Yeah, you're absolutely going to play it. Breaching Hippocamp suddenly becomes a little better in this deck.
It does. Milia. I think that the key that you have to remember is that while he does have Phoenix and he does want to have an eye towards building around it, you don't want to make every pick you take.
So this is his opening pack.
Yeah, this is
the Viper's Kiss, which was the other card he was kind of thinking about.
Yeah, I like that pickup a lot. You can keep Nessie and Asps at bay. You can kill some cheaper stuff.
Right.
And he also has a Dunos River Trawler, so he can get it back.
Right. So let's take a look at...
Yeah, I think he could stop here and be pretty content with the deck. And he gets to just free roll this third pack.
He did get the Return Centaur back.
It returned.
I mean, that's what it says right in the card name. He's like, will this come back? Oh, yeah, look what it's called.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
His deck is sweet. God, I'm jealous right now. I'm just like, come on. Gets past Phoenix and then just gets fully hooked up. Gets both of the gold uncommons from each set so far.
You get Phoenix. Do you think there's ever a temptation to say, I turned my... Not only was my Phoenix devoted, but I'm attacking you.
Yeah, battle.
I'm not even gonna deck you. Oh, there's a Baleful Eidolon. Yeah. There's a Grey Merchant of Asphodel. There's a Sip of Hemlock hanging out in the back.
Yeah, so 3 really, really good options for him here. These are like
probably going to get one of those cards back. The way these packs have gone. Well, black actually has been a little more, a little more picked over.
Blue
than the blue
seems to be the full open. Yeah, he looks like he's decided on Grey Merchant here, but I think you could make an argument for any of these 3 cards. Look, if he feels like he's short on hard removal, then Sip of Hemlock becomes what he needs.
I think you got to take the Grey Merchant.
But if he needs early game, then he would take the Baleful Eidolon. Like there are definitely arguments for all 3. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think that Grey Merchant's the pick here because he's got early game already. He's not hurting for anything specific. So you just take the most powerful card there. Also, of course, the whole 2/4 thing, double black, all that.
There's a Cavern Lampad. There's an Insatiable Harpy.
I like that.
Curse of the Swine?
Oh, that's interesting. Curse of the Swine's interesting there. I think Insatiable Harpy's where he wants to be. Not super late. Second pick.
That's a late lightning strike.
Yeah, they do go pretty early. But yeah, Insatiable Harpy, a card that works well with his deck in many ways.
And just, I think one of the harder working cards in this format, like keeps you in these games where you're trying to draw some specific cards.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember, he's got double
Spiteful Return.
Spiteful Return as well, so he can, really put the race down on his opponent too if he doesn't draw Phoenix and doesn't want to mess with it. Omen Speaker or Pharika's Cure?
I like Omen Speaker.
You like Omen Speaker, okay.
I think he's going to take the Pharika's Cure.
Okay. But you're on the Omen Speaker plan.
I really like Omen Speaker here.
I mean, it obviously works well in multiple ways, right? It digs you to the answers you need as the control deck. Right. It also has 3 toughness for the early game and for Phoenix in the late game. There's a lot to be said.
And it's a 2-drop that smooths out your draws, but
He's going to take it. Take the
Yeah,
freakish
obviously
cure.
making a nod towards the aggression of the format.
Absolutely. He has to have seen that there's been some pretty good red stuff floating around here. Doesn't want to get ran over.
And he also just passed an ordeal one way and then another ordeal the other way.
And a lightning strike, so.
Wow! Shipwreck Singer number 2 with another Temple of Deceit. That's so funny.
And a Disciple of Phoenix. What is it like, Alexander Hayne? What is it like?
How many lands do you play in a deck? You got to play 18 lands in this deck?
I don't think so. I mean, it kind of depends on like if he gets that Omen Speaker back. Remember, he's got to read the bones as well. His curve's actually not that high, right? I mean,
I guess that's true. It ends at
Does he
5.
have any 6s right now? I don't remember any.
There is another Gray Merchant of Asphodel.
Jeez. Well, it's the same picks. There's a sip as well.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Gray Merchant, Windmill.
Was it the same exact 3?
No.
No, it wasn't Read the Bones. It was something else.
Yeah, the other one was a Baleful Eidolon.
Right.
Gray Merchant number 2 enters the fray.
We used to play draft triple Theros, and you'd get 2 Gray Merchants.
And you'd just be fist pumping, and there'd be one other guy with 1 who was happy.
What is going on?
I can't take it anymore, BDM. I got to leave. I'm going to go draft. What is it like?
And
Unbelievable.
Erebos' Emissary.
And Baleful Eidolon.
Yeah.
Like, again, you can make choices here.
Oh,
but
look at this. I think he's got Baleful Eidolon here. It's what you were talking about earlier, where he needed 2 drops.
Right. You do have to weigh those out. I'd still just take Keepsake because I'm not physically capable of passing that card.
And there's another Triton Tactics. He might have more cards than he can conceivably
play. He's
play.
got like 34 playables
there's a
right
Tormented
now.
Hero if you want an early play also.
Unbelievable.
Triton Tactics number 2 or Fellhide Minotaur.
So just again, he's just rounding out his early game, just making sure he doesn't get ran over here. His deck is going to be very adaptable.
There's a Return Centaur.
Yeah, so he can kind of go off with that, although I just don't even know if he needs to. Man, his deck is nice.
This deck is unbelievable.
This deck is unbelievable.
Attention players in the Sealed Sunday Super Series.
He's like, seriously, this guy is like Cinderella.
Baleful Eidolon comes back.
Like Blue Jays just come flying with Gray Merchants of Asphodel and put them in his deck.
No kidding. Look at that. This Sip of Hemlock and the Baleful Eidolon came back. Like, he had a tough choice there, and they both... I think he's the only player in black. Like, he might be the only player in black at the whole table.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the only player in black in a 3-table radius.
No kidding.
Yeah, just got a Lake Cavern Lampad.
Yeah, which is not going to make the cut in this deck.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, it's just like not even close for this deck.
He's like, I'm just going to cut this Hunt the Hunted out of someone's...
I have to keep watching because he's going to get something, you know, the Keepsake's going to come back. Or
yeah.
All right,
what could it be? Could be anything. I actually would take the Shore Thief there.
I like taking the Craig. Just you don't want the
You
one
don't wanna
Minotaur
let that
guy to your
guy-
left just run you over. And a Ferris
my
Fan Raider for
gosh.
the end. So what a fantastic draft.
That,
The stuff of
what
dreams,
colors do you
really.
think he ends up in? Yeah, that was just absolutely insane.
Yep.